Well, howdy tubers. Well, back out at the airport today, but to help James again on his ugly Zenith. Anyway, had a guy called this morning from New Jersey that he had called Terry, or he'd called and talked to Terry about a hoist, and he said that Terry told him that he thought that I had a hoist in mechanism to hoist up the Ultra Cruiser, and he's got a Ultra Cruiser. And so I told him, well, I'd come out and do another video of it. So that's what this is about. It's about my hoisting system. He was talking about somebody telling him about wrapping it around the wing. Well, you know, you get to the trailing edge, that's a lot of pressure unless you could keep it right in the rib. But anyways, by wrapping it around right in this area, it's got the bottom rails to support your majority of your weights up here. Now his, I think I already said, his is a tricycle gear, and I think that may pose other issues, but maybe they can get that worked out. And of course, here's the stand, one of the stands that I made, and he may need to make 3 stands, but that's what I've got. Now, I guess it's well, I told him, okay, here we go. That's how wide this strap is. And, okay, because this is the rear one. And I told him I just took these straps and tied a knot in there. And then I told him they look like a chain link with a nut in there. And I think it's, I think that's bigger than 3/8. So it might be 7/16. But anyways, and then that just wraps around there and hooks back into there. And that's the rear one. And then the front one is right here. And when I wrap it around here, I had put marks on here. Of course, it's this mark and this mark because I marked it wrong or something anyways, and an arrow on there which way this goes on there. And then these 2 places, there we go, line up with the side rails so that when it lifts up, it'll be level, or one wing won't be down. So then this goes up to the cable, up to that pulley, and I was telling him that I reinforced that well, rafter, whatever you call it, up there with a double and then a tripler there, and then of course the pulley deal in there. And then that goes back to a pulley up there in the center. Now there's not near as much weight on this one as there is the front one, but of course that puts all the weight really, well, I don't know, I guess I was going to say it puts all the weight on that one pulley, but I guess not really, because I guess it's still, most of the front weight will be there, and then the other weight will be on there. And then, now this is a thing that I couldn't remember what to call it, but I had to come to this thing that doubled the power of the hoist, or of the winch, because that's something else I'll have to get into. But anyways, that doubled it and made it work. Now, some of you probably know the difference between a hoist and a winch. A winch picks things up. Let's see, wait. No, a winch pulls things. A hoist lifts things up. Well, this is a Harbor Freight winch. And so and like it says on here, 2,000 pound max line pull, not lift. So that's why it didn't lift 250 pounds. So now that this cable comes up, and of course the reason it's loose now is because I don't have those tied. I don't have the ends of these both tied up on the wall. So anyway, so this cable goes up and it goes along here, goes through that, if I can remember what they call that doubles up your power, and then back here and up there to the top. You can see the pulley there, and that's where the cable's coming from the winch. Yeah, I keep getting them backwards. But from the winch, and then up above there's an anchor for the end of this cable. And so then it goes out here, and like I say, doubles your power for pulling that. And of course it also slows it down. So it's not real fast, but it works. And of course, after I get it up, I was telling him that I've got my anti-sway. Of course, now a lot of the older subscribers probably remember seeing all my videos on this. But then I've got, oh, yeah, okay. There's another one. This is my anti-sway one. That I would take this on when it's up, but not that I haven't put it down on the stands yet. I'll take this one that goes from there, and then it'll go underneath the fuselage and around the top and then back around the bottom, and then it'll hook to this one with the carabiner, if I'm saying that right. One of these doohickeys. And then when I let it down onto my stands and let the load off of the cables, well, then it just sits there on the stands and my, like I call it, my anti-sway one. And of course, you know, most of the time after I got I felt that it isn't going to fall, of course, unless something breaks up there. Once I lifted it up, pulled the stands out so I could get the H5 out, well, then I just leave it hanging and didn't put the stands back in there while I was out flying the H5 or whatever I was doing. So, anyways, there's the video of my hoisting system in here. Which, like I said, I'm using a winch, not a hoist. And it's, you know, it can pull 2,000 pounds, but it can't lift 2,000 pounds. Or, for that matter, even 250 pounds. So, there you go. And I'll put a title on here for a subscriber wanted a hoist video. So, there you go. And he was from New Jersey, named Johnny. There you go, Johnny. God bless.